If you want to know St. Joseph's obedience, look at how he rose at night at the angel's voice and giving no care to hunger, hardships or cold, went to Egypt where he led a hard life until the next command of God. St. Joseph Sebastian Pelska. Welcome to day 20 of our parish consecration to St. Joseph. Today we reflect on St. Joseph as the most obedient. We see the example of St. Joseph's obedience when he rose without fear at the angel's voice and moved to Egypt, led a hard life until God's next command. Many people are of the opinion that obedience, as a virtue, is a means to limit our authority and hand over our rights. Obedience is a part of everyday human life. In God's plan, our obedience is a means to help us to reach our ultimate destination, heaven. Obedience requires trust. It was this distrust in the divine on the part of our foreparents, Adam and Eve, that left us in a state of sin. St. Matthew in his Gospel was so keen to note Joseph's trust in the words received from the messenger of God to invite us to imitate this same loving trust. St. Joseph will increase the virtue of obedience in you. Like St. Faustina, who had visions of St. Joseph, we are called to turn to his powerful intercession, asking for help to do God's will and to be faithful to his mission for us and his will for our lives. Unlike the religious in our lives, like nuns, brothers and priests, we may not be called to take vows of obedience, but we are still called to cultivate this virtue in our lives. We can, in our personal lives, be obedient to the Ten Commandments, the teachings of the Catholic Church, attend Mass faithfully on Sundays and holy days of obligation, and go to confession when we fall into sin. We are called to be obedient in the public sector too, through our defense of the sanctity of marriage, protection of the children in the womb, and resistance of new gender ideology that seeks to ridicule and mock our obedience to divine law. Saint Joseph, most obedient, pray for us.